Appreciate you guys for tuning in. I'm your host, Gabbo Say Something. We back with another one, man. We got unbelievable courtroom behavior. I ain't gonna front, I just saw the thumbnail. I saw this judge, and I already know what to expect because we all seen this man tackle this judge from a mile away. Still one of the craziest videos I've seen this year. You know what I mean? And we still in the first quarter of the year, but we're gonna get right into the unbelievable courtroom behavior, bro. Oh, man.
This was unbelievable.
Out of all places, the courthouse. Not tripping.
In 2019, after a judge sentenced another judge to jail time, taking the defendant into custody wasn't so easy. A court officer had to drag her out.
Hold on, a judge got sentenced by another judge? For what?
Cincinnati Judge Tracy Hunter was convicted of misusing her position as a judge to help her brother. Her lawyer claimed her actions didn't break the law.
Judge Hunter has gotten up each morning not knowing whether that was going to be the day that she was going to have to go to jail.
After her appeals were exhausted, she faced the music in court.
What she wants is to control the facts. What she wants to do is write the law, and what she wants to do is play by her own set of rules right up until today.
Bruh.
In 2018, after two prisoners made a run for it, the judge yanked off his robe and chased after them. As they bolted, one suspect lost a shoe. As they headed for the stairs,
like,
the
where are
judge
you
closed
going,
in.
bro?
Eventually, one suspect found the exit and got away. The judge lunged at the other one and grabs him by the collar.
Kind of gave him a little shove as I was coming off the stairs to slow him down, and then just grabbed him and held him.
My son is casually trying to run out of a courthouse, like, handcuffed. Like, that couldn't be the master plan, bro. That couldn't be the master plan.
Put your hands behind your back. Chase right now.
From 2016, when a defendant willingly refused to go into custody, a judge shed his robe and helped the court officer restrain him. A few minutes earlier, things were heated in the Michigan courtroom between the judge and the suspect, who was reportedly in court for violating a personal protection order.
I want her to come and leave her alone. You know what? I told you to leave her alone. And apparently that didn't get through loud and clear. So today, you're going to jail for 3 days.
When the suspect tried talking back to the judge, he dug his hole deeper.
93 days in the county jail. You want to go for a year?
Then he had some words for the judge.
I'm going to leave you alone. Tell me right now.
But the judge wasn't having it.
Put your hands behind your back. Chase.
That's that crazy shit, man.
In 2018, a handcuffed defendant fled a Utah courtroom
Oh,
and
hell
nosedived
nah.
over a railing. Security guards rushed to catch him and were unsuccessful. The suspect broke his pelvis and leg and fractured his skull. In 2006, an Uber driver accused of slaying 6 people were unsuccessful. The suspect broke his pelvis and leg.
Don't tell me this is an escape. This is more like a suicide attempt, bro. If you told me he was trying to kill himself, I'd buy that more than you telling me like this. Like, what? Why does this frame exist?
Fractured his skull. In 2006, an Uber driver accused of slaying 6 people was dragged out of a Michigan court after lunging at a witness.
Damn, an Uber driver?
I seen him coming.
In the middle of her testimony, the defendant began interrupting her and rambling incoherently. The judge ordered him to stop.
Be quiet in today's proceedings, okay? Do you have anything to
weird
say
shit.
to your attorney?
Then the suspect lunged out of his seat. He was restrained by deputies and dragged out of the courtroom. The defendant wasn't allowed to return to court and was forced to follow the proceedings on a closed-circuit link with 2 deputies restraining him. The suspects pleaded guilty to all of the charges and was sentenced to life in prison. In 2019, 2 brothers attacked their mother's killer in court.
The mother's killer. Get his ass.
Dale Williams pleaded
this be the
guilty
shit I
to
be trying to
aggravated
see,
murder
yo.
in the death of his ex-girlfriend. Her family was present at the sentencing in the Youngstown, Ohio courthouse.
Send him to prison with something. Hands and feet. Hands and feet. Y'all gotta understand, this ain't nothing but like 2 days in jail. Know what I mean, for these brothers. Ain't nothing but 2 days unless they kill this man. Then it's like, you know, a bit more severe. But like, this ain't 48 hours in the cell is worth this.
One of the men lunged at Williams. Court officers tried to stop the attack, but the man was able to grab Williams by the feet and drag him. The victim's other son tried to help his brother, but was tased by an officer.
Cops gonna hate us, bro. You gonna have to tase me.
Williams was taken out of the courtroom and his sentence was postponed.
Kill my mother, man. That was my mama.
Wow.
During the sentencing for a 3-year-old girl's death,
The magnitude of that sentence doesn't go unnoticed, bro. Like that's a nightmare. Ever having to form words like that and putting it together.
a brawl broke out in a Detroit courtroom when the girl's father attacked the man responsible for killing her.
Ooh, that was a good one. Where's the follow-up?
The courtroom was cleared and rescheduled. In 2018, a mother lunged at the man accused of murdering her 2 sons.
Whoa.
Marie Wren said she couldn't control herself when she saw the suspect accused of stabbing her teenage sons and burning their bodies.
Ain't nobody gonna sit in court and hold their composure and have a demon turn around and laugh about them killing your kids.
The grieving mother was determined to get justice for her son.
Every Sunday you go to church and you pray and you try to forgive. The anger still builds up in your soul.
Damn.
After the incident, the judge issued the mother a warning. In 2023, the suspect was found guilty on all 6 charges against him.
Say life in prison.
In 2022, a grieving father tried to confront the men accused of killing his daughter, but was stopped by Tennessee court officers. The suspects were charged with first-degree murder in connection with the death of Caitlin Kaufman. Just seconds after the defendants were brought into the courtroom, the victim's father had to be physically escorted out of the courtroom, while the victim's mother...
I be trying to tell y'all, man, if y'all ever watch these videos, you gotta play it off cool. You know what I mean? Go make your statement, and when everybody's guard is down, that's when you lunge from. You can't just get up and then run towards them. Like, of course you're gonna get tackled, bro. You gotta play it like, you know what I mean? Like, you don't got a care in the world. You forgive them. You saying all the right things, and then you take that leap of faith. Now, granted, you probably gonna get 5 or 10 seconds to get your hands, you know what I mean, on them. You know, but you gotta make it count. You gotta make it count, bro.
Benches and cried.
You get one shot at
these. Was found guilty of second-degree murder. The co-defendant was acquitted. In 2023, a fight broke out in the middle of a courtroom hearing. It started after the mother of a murdered 16-year-old finished reading a prepared statement. She got up from the stand and walked towards the defendant. A bailiff blocked her path. It happened right after De Leon pleaded guilty to his ex-girlfriend Diamond.
Decoy, that's how you do it.
22 times while walking her dog the year before.
And what he
That's
did
crazy.
It was horrible. Seeing my daughter there and looking at him that he did that and he's laughing in my face. It was very wrong and I'm so sorry for that.
Oh, I think this is the shorty that beheaded her boyfriend.
In 2023, an accused killer attacked her own attorney in court. Taylor Shabiznis was accused of killing and mutilating her boyfriend the year before in Wisconsin.
Never forget this one.
The 25-year-old was in court for a hearing when she attacked her defense attorney as he was sitting next to her. A court officer pulled her to the ground, but the defendant made it difficult for him to restrain her.
Clear the courtroom.
I'm talking about crazy. Imagine killing your boyfriend and then mutilating him, basically decapitating his head. And I think they found his head in like a bucket in the basement, bro. Like, yo, people, yeah, I just, like, there's certain levels of crazy that you almost don't even want to believe exist, right? You be thinking that the crazy that you've seen is crazy until you come across some of the wildest shit you'll ever hear in your life, bro. Because it's like, what brings you to that point? I can't even understand. Like, I can't understand what gets someone to the point where they're willing to not only kill someone, but cut their heads off. This is coming from a woman. Like, bro, what?
This underwent evaluations by mental health professionals to determine if she was competent to stand trial. She was later sentenced and assigned a new attorney. In 2018, this judge stormed out of his courtroom and chased down a woman. Les Trent explains.
The magistrate was presiding over a trial when he heard a commotion coming from the hallway. It was the woman, and she was screaming at the top of her lungs because she had just been told that she was 30 minutes late to file court papers.
He took off after her, running through the hallways. When he finally caught up with her, he ordered her back to his courtroom. When she made a wrong turn, he steered her in the correct direction.
I've never seen a judge behave in this manner. It's as if he decided he's got to be the bailiff and the sheriff and the judge and the prosecutor all rolled into one to chase after somebody, drag them back into the courtroom.
Inside his courtroom, he sentenced her to 3 days in jail for disrespectful and disruptive behavior. She tried to escape, but court officers detained her and led her away. The magistrate was later forced to resign for being out of order in his own courtroom. In January of 2024, an out-of-control defendant who made a flying leap over the bench refused to appear in court. Stacey Galandi explains.
Officials tell Inside Edition that the defendant flat out refused to make the walk through the tunnel system that links the courthouse to the jail where he's being held. There's another hearing scheduled for next Tuesday.
I think everybody would agree he's definitely a threat. I mean, I've been doing this for over 4 decades. I've seen fights in the courtrooms. I've seen outbursts, but this was one of a kind.
The drama began when the suspect was being sentenced after pleading guilty to attempted battery. At first, he sounds reasonable as he asks for a break.
I feel like I shouldn't be sent to prison.
Then the judge notes his long criminal history.
Got a lot going on, sir.
I'm in a better place in my life.
The judge didn't buy his plea for probation.
But I think it's time that you get a taste of something else because I just can't with that history.
Then chaos erupted.
And this is what I always say, bro. Like, judges, y'all not above what y'all think y'all above. Like, talking to a man when you're sentencing him to jail, like, you can't, like I always tell people, you can't tell people how to respond. You can't tell people how to react. You can't tell people how to take certain comments or certain remarks. That man felt disrespected. Now, am I going to sit here and act like it was right? Hell nah. But at the end of the day, like, you saw how he reacted. Next time, like what she said, what was it?
I think it's time that you get a taste of something else because...
I think it's time that you get a taste of something else because, well, that nigga said, he threw it right back at you. I think it's time that you get a taste of something else because you finna play with my freedom.
I just can't with that history.
Then chaos erupted.
Sheesh.
He flew right over the bench.
That's crazy, bro.
The judge went under the bench to protect herself. Minutes later, the judge reappeared. The suspect's mother said he was off his meds.
What he did, no shape, form, or fashion do I condone it. You know, I was just as heartbreaking and shocked as anyone else. But like he told me, he just snapped.
He later returned to court, and the same judge sentenced him to a minimum 19 months for attempted battery. For Inside Edition Digital, I'm Andrea Swindle.
I'm telling y'all, just when y'all think y'all seen crazy, bro, you never know how far someone is willing to take it, bro, when they feel like they have no other choice, bro. But these were unbelievable courtroom behaviors. I'm gonna holler at you guys in the next video. Hit that like and subscribe button for more content. Yeah. Mamba out.